Hey everybody, happy hump day. Hope you're having a terrific mid-week. A lot of altcoin updates in the news today, and the market is doing pretty well. We're going to be discussing some of our favorites, including Ethereum. We'll be discussing that in just a moment. Harmony is in the news. We have some updates regarding that recent hack that we saw of Paid Network. They've bounced back in a very specific way. Litentry is in the news. Chainlink, Polygon, which you guys may know, it's the artist formerly known as MATIC, and we'll be discussing some very positive macro level adoption news. There's more and more of that every day. I'm not saying I'm taking it for granted at this point, but it's kind of par for the course when you hear about new institutions opening up ETPs, investing, adding cryptocurrencies to their balance sheets. It's all very positive. And of course, if you guys like this kind of content, Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and altcoins, be sure to like and subscribe to Altcoin Buzz. Let us kick things off today with this update from Alexander Dreyfus. If you haven't checked out our video from yesterday, specifically looking at Chiliz, everything that we like about Chiliz, where we think it's going, and actually the price prediction, I guess, is at the core of that video, Pratik's price prediction. You're going to want to check that out. You're also going to want to check out our trade signals group on Telegram, because Pratik has been nailing it out of the park. So do you ever wish that maybe you'd gotten into Engine like 2-3 months ago before the recent pump? Same goes for Theta, same goes for just about every other project that we covered. If you've ever had a little bit of that remorse and you wish you could go back in time, that opportunity still exists now for projects that will peak in the future. Just join our Telegram Trade Signals group. We don't offer financial advice, but we do offer chart analysis. You can join an informed discussion there of like-minded cryptocurrency traders, and you guys can do with the information what you will. So check that out. I always pin it to the top of the comments section. But let's check out this here. Alexander Dreyfus. Boom! ACM starting to tease about their NFTs, non-fungible tokens, on Chiliz and Socios. If you're not sure about what, Chiliz represents or socios.com, check out yesterday's video. Once again, we break all that down in addition to our price prediction. And look, guys, we're not sponsored. We've never been sponsored by Chiliz. We're just so enthusiastic about this project. I mentioned that we've been following them since they've been like sub 1 penny. Now, I don't know, somewhere between 25 and 30 cents at the time of this recording. But, we're just so proud of Chiliz and what it is they represent. Non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Although I have railed against them in recent days and recent weeks, it's just really like that hipster high-end artsy scene that I don't like when it comes to NFTs. But like anything, the system is being perfected and cream is rising to the top. So how it started, how it's going, the evolution of this space is going to be something really, really, really cool to behold. And I'm a stubborn guy. I still contend that it's a waste to spend $1 million or however much that CryptoPunk on the left costs. I think most of you agree. But, zooming out, of course, I realize that, non-fungible tokens, it's the future of so many spaces, including blockchain gaming, which personally I feel is the most excited. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Let's launch right into Ethereum news here. This from a couple days ago. We didn't cover it, and it's probably at least partly why we're seeing the pump now for Ethereum, which is a little bit flat right now on the day, but we're, I think, soon going to be retesting some of those highs above $2,000 at Ethereum here from the 8th of March. Get ready. The Berlin network upgrade is coming soon. See the post below to learn more about what's included and how to upgrade to the latest clients. So as of this recording right now, Ethereum sitting at about $1,838, peaking just below $1,900 yesterday. So kind of flat right now on the day, up just 0.4%. But like I said, it's that steady climb towards new highs. I think very soon we're going to be seeing a retest of that, north of $2,000 zone. Again, when is that going to be? How high are we going to go? Check out the Trade Signals group on Telegram for more specific information. But here's what you need to know about the Berlin upgrade specifically. It's about to be deployed. The team is moving fast. The first testnet upgrade, Ropsten, is scheduled to upgrade today. That's on the 10th of March. And the mainnet is scheduled for the 14th of April. So some important information here, depending on whether you're a miner, depending on whether or not you're running a node. If that is the case, if you're running a node, you should upgrade it to a Berlin compatible version ASAP for testnets and before April 7th for mainnet. You can see below for the list of Berlin compatible client versions and details on the EIP, Ethereum Improvement Proposals, included in the upgrade. So more information is available on that here. This probably doesn't apply to most of you listening or watching right now, but depending on your activity, your involvement in the Ethereum network, the client versions do become important. So you're going to want to read this as far as why it is important for the first part. And that applies to different groups of people, whether you're a holder, whether you're a node operator or a miner. All of this is pretty pertinent depending on where you fit in, which category you fit into. So we'll link to this in the description below. Check it out. And I'm fast forwarding just a little bit here to discuss some of the positive macro news insofar as it applies to Ethereum on Cointelegraph.com. More and more good news. Deutsche Börse's platform Xetra to list its first Ethereum ETPs. ETP standing, of course, for exchange traded product. So the macro perspective looks pretty good. One of our favorites here, Harmony One, with this important update. Harp Bridge connecting Harmony Protocol and Polkadot ecosystems is live on testnet. Come help us test it and follow the link for more information. Since the time of our deep dive video looking at Harmony One, this project has exploded. I don't know if this is an all-time high right now, 4.2 cents, probably not. All-time high, yeah, according to CoinGecko.com, 4.5 cents, but that was set just recently, 14 hours ago at the time of this recording. So Harmony, ticker ONE, O-N-E, up 11% on the day. For all the reasons that we are very bullish on this project in the long term, do go back and check out that video, 10 reasons to either invest or at least keep Harmony One on your altcoin radar. But more pertinent to the news today, you should check this out. Heartbridge is live on testnet and needs you. So if you're interested in testing this out, all of this information will be linked to in the description below. TomoChain, our good friends over at TomoChain, they're in the news. This from yesterday. TomoChain is excited to enter the consumer market alongside Yourbox, integrating blockchain tech into the everyday life use cases, which to me is the holy grail of this space, everyday pragmatic use cases. Their newly launched solution, TomoBox, brings a diversified and convenient gift redemption system to Tomo users. Awesome. TomoChain shakes hands with Yourbox. Purchase thousands of mass market products using your Tomo cryptocurrency. All that information is available here on medium.com. Moving right along, we have Paid Network now in the community, and they've issued this update. Of course, if you've been following some of the drama they've been facing in these last few days, including that minting exploit, or let's call it a hack, let's call it for what it is, right? Paid Network issuing this statement just a few hours ago. Dear community, we thank you for your patience with the launch of the Paid V2 token and appreciate all the support we have been receiving. It is with great pleasure we announce Paid V2 token contract address, which is the following. I'm not going to read that. You guys can read more about what that entails and the airdrops as well that are involved with the V2 version of Paid, P-A-I-D, here on paidnetwork.medium.com. You should know that there are two airdrop categories here. This may affect you. The first finished at 1,310. I'm not sure how you say that in military terms. Is it 1,310 hours or is it just 1,310? I'm not sure. Anyways, 1:10 p.m. UTC on the 10th of March, depending on when you're watching this video, that will likely have already passed, but the second airdrop will take place in the next few days, distributed by various affected parties. More details about who is considered a so-called affected party can be found in the FAQ section, frequently asked questions. Now, don't be too shocked when you see the price of Paid here. Again, ticker PAID. Yes, up 1,300%. on the day, now up above $2. But take a look at the disclaimer here on CoinGecko.com. The contact address has migrated from the previous address to the new address. So let's just kind of let the dust settle a little bit here with regards to these new initiatives. From a couple of days ago, if you're not up to speed with everything that happened, dear Paid community, this from the 8th of March, we have prepared an FAQ, a frequently asked questions document to address the major questions asked by the community regarding the attack on Paid Network, which happened now 5 days ago on the 5th of March, and to explain the Paid V2 token launch and airdrop process. You can read that full version of the Paid V2 token FAQ document here. Litentry in the news. Ticker, one of my favorites, LIT. L-I-T. This from a few hours ago. We are happy to work with Siri Network to help with blockchain enterprise customer identity. One of our picks now for a little while. They're up a little bit on the day, 2.4%, just below that $10 mark now, $9.42. This is a nice little partnership here. Litentry to provide aggregated identity service to Siri Network and aggregate its enterprise customer identity. Chainlink here in the news. At Chainlink is the official Twitter handle. Peer-to-peer fixed rate lending DApp Yield Credit is using Chainlink price feeds on mainnet to secure its 30+ lending markets. And Chainlink's ready-made oracles allowed Yield to expedite its product launch while still providing users the most robust oracle security. More on that integration here. Yield integrates with Chainlink. Yield.credit integrates Chainlink price feeds on mainnet to secure fixed rate, individualized lending markets. This right here is, I think, one of the very, very strong arguments, one of the better use cases for cryptocurrency here and blockchain technology. Individualized is the keyword, individualized lending markets. Another one of our favorites here, Polygon, previously known as MATIC. Of course, they're in the news. This from yesterday. They're thrilled to announce a collaboration with Polkamarkets, one of the pioneers of DeFi-powered prediction markets. Polkamarkets, built for cross-chain information exchange and trading, will utilize Polygon for scalability and adoption. And Polygon, again, previously known as MATIC, ticker, by the way, still is MATIC, so that kind of, I think, lends to the confusion sometimes. But Polygon, ticker MATIC, up over 35% on the day, now over 32 cents. Great performance as of late from Polygon. We're very happy to see that. And you can read about the developments here on polkamarkets.medium.com. Polkamarkets partners with Polygon for scaling solutions. Moving right along here, we have UTRUST in the news. This from yesterday. We're live on Payrex. 30,000 plus merchants worldwide can now tap into the crypto world. We're pushing adoption forward. And we already have some new members in the UTRUST fam. You can continue reading the thread here. There are a few different entries, but UTRUST down a little bit on the news, which is surprising. Ticker UTK sitting just below 45 cents right now. Not financial advice, but I would expect that price to go up in the relatively near future. The development, nevertheless, is an important one. UTRUST goes live on Payrex in a continuing effort to be available for any and all merchants that want to accept digital currencies, which, by the way, is a lot of merchants. UTRUST has unveiled its long-awaited Payrex integration. Its merchants will now be able to accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many other digital currencies with and via UTRUST. And for this Wednesday, for this hump day, we don't have a ton of positive macro level news. I mean, that's not to say it's not positive. Everything that we're covering here is pretty encouraging. There's just not like a huge amount of it, but let's run through it nevertheless. Wirex launches revolutionary MasterCard debit card and new rewards program. MasterCard certainly warming up to the cryptocurrency scene, so collaborating here with Wirex. You can read more about that on prnewswire.com. Good news, but not surprising. It's the direction that everybody's going in. So there's nothing here. When I read this headline, it's just the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, that's to be expected, I guess, but it's good news. It's nothing new. It's nothing that kind of shocks me or presents itself as a novelty that really shakes me up. But again, that being said, nothing too crazy, but still positive, right? We're still celebrating these small victories, as modest as some of them may sound, right? Here's another somewhat modest one, but still good. Introducing the Gemini Boat Race 2021. So the Winklevoss twins, again, over at Gemini, they're delighted to announce that Gemini is the principal partner of the 2021 Oxford-Cambridge boat race. And, not the most incredible news in the world, but the Winklevi twins themselves were rowers in their university, varsity rowers in their university years, and went on to be part of, I believe, the American Olympic team. So this is just kind of, I suppose, a throwback to, where they come from and their sporting pedigree, I suppose. Like anything, it'll help spread the good word of cryptocurrency, right? Digital Currency Group announces plans to purchase shares of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. So the Digital Currency Group, literally DCG, That's the parent company of Grayscale Investments. They've authorized the purchase by DCG of up to $250 million worth of shares of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and the DCG plans to use cash on hand to fund the purchase and will make the purchase on the open market. We talk a whole lot about Grayscale. You likely know a little bit more about them, not so much about Digital Currency Group. If you'd like to learn more about them here, they were founded in 2015 by Barry Silbert, who was also the CEO of Grayscale. As you guys know, you can read more about DCG here. But again, positive news, not exactly monumental. A little bit more shifted toward the monumental side, I suppose, of the spectrum here as far as news on Cointelegraph.com, but just a little bit. JP Morgan launching Crypto Exposure Basket featuring MicroStrategy and Square. So the financial services giant has filed paperwork with the SEC to launch a debt instrument linked to 11 crypto firms. That's not 11 cryptocurrency assets, it's 11 cryptocurrency firms. So JP Morgan Chase has designed a new debt instrument that provides investors direct exposure to a basket of crypto-focused companies, according to a new filing in the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. We'll take a look at that filing in just a second. Here's what the prospectus reads, quote, "The weights of the reference stocks were determined based in part on exposure to Bitcoin, correlation to Bitcoin, and liquidity." So JP Morgan going not only after cryptocurrency, but gobbling up affiliation with any cryptocurrency company. So anybody that has exposure to Ethereum and Bitcoin is also positive in the eyes of JP Morgan. That's awesome. If you're interested in that filing, not the most exciting news in the world, but you can check it out here. Insight notes linked to JP Morgan basket of companies with exposure to crypto. You can take a look at this. We'll link to it in the description below. But positive news all around. Again, nothing too revolutionary or too exciting, but that steady, incremental march of progress. That's the name of the game. Consistent positive news day after day after day, week after week, month after month, and sooner or later, year after year. Guys, that is it for today for this hump day. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into our website. It is altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell to receive notifications if you enjoyed today's video. Check into that Telegram group, guys, that Trade Signals group. It's not financial advice, but there is some great information being exchanged in those discussions. I always link to it in the description, as well as pin it to the top of the comments section. Best of luck if you guys choose to invest on this hump day. Have a great midweek, and as always, stay safe. We do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.